Hi guys, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing tonight? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm just doing a little crafting on a Cracker Jack journal, which was requested by one of my friends and customers. She wanted one and didn't get the last one I had listed in my shop, so I said I would make her one, of course. So I just added I want to try, I like to do each of my journals different, even though it's the same, it's the same on the outside pretty much. I sewed around the cover again. I've already got the signatures sewn in, 3 signatures. But this time I found a little book plate today. I was thinking it would be neat to put a little book plate in here. So I found this on free printable on Pinterest and printed it out. I'll show you. I printed it out. I wasn't sure what size would fit in here, so I printed out 2 different sizes. This one I just cut the piece out right here, but I was searching for blue book plates, and this is what came up. So these are all little labels. It says vintage blue. It says free printable right there, free printable. And then it says vintage blue labels right here too, in this little rectangle. So aren't they cute? So I'm going to finish cutting those out later, but I printed them in this smaller size too, because I wasn't sure which size would fit in my little journal here. So then I figured out, the bigger one fit in here perfectly, just right there. And it says, "This book belongs to," has a little picture of a book. It's a blue, and I thought that would go good with the red background, and a little line to write on there. Then I'm doing the pockets different too. That's what I'm working on now. So I decided to turn the camera on, but the previous ones I made a little, like a, triangular pocket here. And so this time I thought, I want to mix it up and I like each journal, even though it's a Cracker Jack journal, to be different. So I made a double pocket, like here. Here is a pocket here. Let's see. And then this little card, playing card, is going to be a pocket. So it's a double pocket there. I'm going to do the same thing on the back. So this is a piece of cardstock, and I thought this looked really cute with this, this is red with whitish, larger polka dots, and this is white with really tiny little red polka dots. So I thought that looked really cute. So I'm just gluing this down, and then I'm going to get another little playing card and also make this a double pocket. So I hope everyone had a great day. It's Wednesday. And I'll probably post this or publish this video later tonight. But I had a good day at work. Got a lot of work done. So, okay, so this is just going right here. And I like, sometimes I cover up those stitches, but if I can help it, I like leaving the stitches where you can see them. I just like, I do like to see the stitches. I mean, that's one reason I do the sewing on journals, because I like to see the stitches, right? So here's my little playing cards. So I'm going to get another one out here. And I'm just using art glitter glue right now. If I, feel like I need some Fabri-Tac, I have it right here. But this is the queen. Isn't she cute? Maybe, I wonder, and she's red too. Wouldn't she look cute up instead of, like this one I put face down, I would say. This one I could put face up, and she matches the red. So cute. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that. So, yeah, awesome. So, yeah, if, I don't want to use my Fabri-Tac on here because it's a little bit more gloppy, and I just want a thin line here. I don't want my glue taking up all the tuck space, once I glue it down. And our Fabri-Tac might take up a little bit more space. So I think that art glitter glue will hold it just fine, and then I'll have less room taken up by my glue where I can, taking up my tuck space, because glue definitely does take up your tuck space if you put a lot under there, right? That's my experience anyway. So that would pretty much be done, unless I think of something else to put up here. And I was also thinking I could also decorate this a little bit more, this card, but I'll probably leave it like that unless I find something really awesome to put on here. And then my friend can always put something on there too. I like to leave plenty of room in my journals for people who get them to do whatever they want. I'm not I'm not the journal here. I'm just creating the pages and the pockets and things for my customers and my friends to put their stuff in here, right? So anyway, so I have these two little cutoffs now that I need to use, and I'm going to back this card, this flash card. I've been putting one of these in every journal, so I want to do that. I have some paper here. I don't have any more blank. I had some blank flashcards that I was sewing together, but I don't have any more of those, so I thought it would be nice just to have some lined paper. This is an older vintage lined paper too, so that's pretty cool. It's like a little bit ivory looking now. I don't know what color, if it was white originally or if it was always this color, but I really like it this color. So why not go ahead and put some on here, so we can just cut this to fit and then glue it down and make a little tab. I'm making a little tab with my flap that I cut off the Cracker Jack box. So I'm just going to glue this down. I think since this is a thinner, I'm going to sew it down actually. Yeah, I'm going to sew this around too later off camera. I'm not going to sew on camera right now. But so I think I'm just going to use some craft bond so I get a nice thick, thin layer of a little bit of glue here to hold this together. And then, you know, it'll be held together so I can go ahead and just sew around it. So really all I have to do is just, you know, glue it together long and have it be held in place so I can sew it later. So that's, see, now we have a nice journaling side here, and here's the, you can still see that it was a flash card. So here's one of the flaps, and I have my paper pinking shears here, and I want to cut this in half. Let me see, I don't want to waste any of this because this is, you know, I only have two here, and I don't want to I really don't want to waste any of it. Why should I waste any of it, right? So in order to get it even, I just folded it in half, and then I'm going to try to cut right down the middle so I don't waste any of this. So I have a little pinky sheared edge there at the top, and then I think I'd like a pinky sheared. I don't want to cut the sides because this has the picture on it, and it'll cut some of the picture off, the little Cracker Jack man or boy. So I'm going to just cut a little piece off. Let me cut it together so that they're even. A little piece off the bottom so that it also has the pinking sheared edge here. I didn't know if I was going to be able to cut two pieces, but yep, went right through there. So we'll see, we still have our little guy. And then I'll glue that together. And so that will be glued on and sewed on. You know, I'll put it on here, and then I'll glue this on with some art glitter glue because this is a little thicker piece to keep together. And then when I sew, I'll be sewing right through there too, so it'll be nice and sturdy as a tab. I'm going to see which way I should do it. Maybe I should do it this way. Actually, now that I look at it, then the Cracker Jack guy will be upright. And then this is the back. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, let's go ahead and put some art glitter glue here on the back piece and get that centered. So yeah, I'm just having fun putting pockets and things in tonight. I don't know if I'll get to the ephemera. I would like to, but we'll see. I want to make some pockets and tuck spots. I have some pockets from where I folded the paper up when I was putting the pages in, but I need some more pockets and tuck, fun pockets and tuck spots. Okay, that's about halfway up. I don't want it sticking up too far because this is a little bit tall, and I don't want it to be like, I mean, it could go up above the journal, but it won't. That won't be a problem. It's not that tall. Okay, so I think that's in the middle, and then we'll put this on top here. And let's see. Get it together. You know, I think I turned it around maybe. The little, I think I turned it around, but it's upright, so I don't know. It just doesn't, the little pinking shirt. Okay, there it goes. They weren't exactly, they're still not exactly matching up, but It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It's a junk journal. It's supposed to look, it's not supposed to be perfect, right? Okay, I think we need a little bit more glue here on this part because that part does not have any glue on it. Even though it's going to be sewed down, I want it to be nice and flat there. Sewn down, I should say. Okay, there we go. That's going to be cute. So that's going to go over here for me to sew later. Do a little sewing around that. Let me stick that over there. So now let's put these somewhere. They're going to be glued in, so I'm not going to put my pen in my art glitter glue right now, but I am going to put that lid on. Okay, so let's find a place for these. I have 2, and I might need to cut some more because I have 3 signatures. So let's make these, I guess we'll just make these. See, we have 2 pockets here, so we'll go over a couple of pages. So I have a fold out right here. Let's put a little tuck spot right here on this second page in, and you go ahead and use up one of these. So we'll just put some, this is what I like to do. I like to use my scraps right away, if at all possible, so I don't add them to my scrap box. So this is going to go right here as a little tuck spot. And then that could always be decorated too, if I want to add some little something to the pocket. But right now I'm just adding pockets, and then I'll further decorate later. So there's another pocket. Let me keep my little card over here so I can show you how it looks with the... No, I'll have to put something smaller in here, but there we go. There's our little tuck spot there. And let's go from the back and put this one back here and see what we can do with that. We've got, let's see, this is double-sided cardstock here. This is really beautiful cardstock. It's got the red polka dots, and then on this side, the white polka dots on red, and then it looks like ledger paper over here. So pretty. Okay, so we got to fold out. We've got coffee dyed paper here. I don't know if I want to cover that up right now. I might not want to cover that up at all. So let's go into, let's see, right here. That's a perfect spot. So we can just do this. It'll fit right there. So we'll glue that down. Some nice strong art glitter glue. Right on the edge so we don't take up our tuck spot with glue again. All right. Yeah, I will probably do put a little flower or something on there later. I could go grab my punch, but I'm not going to do that right now. I want to just get the tuck spots in right now. So the next thing I want to do is add I want some up tucks and some, flip ups on the bottom of some of the pages. I want maybe three of each, so one in each signature, basically. And I like to use paper for those, and so I've got paper here and here. I've got these 2 available these are actually dyed on the, that's okay because they're going to be flip ups, and then you'll see the pretty, this one's coffee dyed and this one's blue spritzed. So let's go ahead and cut this in half. Is what I've been doing. Well, half is a little bit too big. I noticed I had to trim that one for the pocket. You saw we did that together just now. So let me make it less than half so I don't have to trim it. And then, see, it will just be like this. So that shouldn't be too big. Let's see. Let me cut it here and see if that's going to be, I can always trim it down. Let's see if that's going to be too big. I know it's not too small. I just want to see if it's too big. And did I do it right? Yeah, like this. Okay. So let's find a spot for a flip up, a green with white polka dot flip up. So we have that one tuck spot there. Let's see this. It's a little bit too big. See that? Let's see if there's any bigger pages. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit too big. Okay, so I'm going to have to trim that. All right, let's see how I want to trim it. Let's see. Let me just cut a sliver off here and try that. That was less than half. This is a 6x6 paper I just showed you. So, and I cut it, you know, smaller than half. Okay, yeah, I see how I'm gonna have to do this. See, I could, let me go ahead and cut that off. That'll just be easier just to cut that off too. Okay. All right, so now let's try it out. Okay, so that will fit now as a flip up and a tuck spot. So we'll glue that down. And we had our first tuck spot right here. Let's see where to go. I don't want to put it I don't want it too close to the first one. I want it a little bit, a few pages away. So we could put it here. Where's my glue? Yeah, before my glue dries. Let's put it right here. I think it'll be nice right here. Add some color to this coffee dyed page. Okay, so now we have a tuck spot, a flip up, and a tuck spot there. Okay, now here's the other piece of that from that paper. So we'll put this one in the front somewhere. So again, I need to cut this down. It was too big. So let's see, cut this piece off first. Oops. Okay, and I know this is still too big, so let me cut another piece off. It's not square now, so it's like, that's why I'm having to cut twice. There's probably an easier way to do this, but since I'm on camera, I'm not really, probably not really thinking straight. There we go. All right, I did it. Okay. Now, we have the first tuck spot in the front, right here. And it's dry, feels like it's dry. I don't want it to stick my pages together. So let's go a couple away from that, and we can put it right here in the back, here, like this. Okay, let's glue that down. Okay. Yes, we are doing it right. We are doing it right. And we don't want to glue our flip up together. We don't want to glue our pages together. So I think that got all the edges down there. Nice and flat. And we have a tuck spot there. Okay, so we need some in our middle signature. We haven't put anything in our middle signature yet, so let's do something there. I've got this here, a little square. So do we want to cut it in half, or do we want to do something different? I think we want to do something different. I wonder if my circle punch, I wonder if I can grab that. Hold on. Let's make it up and grab my circle punch. If I can find it, I have it right here, yes. I try to keep my little punches, we're in this little container I have over there with my punches, and I try to keep the little ones in front so I can grab them when I need them. And without searching through my other, because I kind of just keep them in a big bin type container. Okay, here's my flower in case I want to make some flowers to decorate the pockets here. Grabbed that while I was over there. So I'm thinking, where's that little square now? Okay, I've lost my square. Oh, here's another one. Or this might be the same one. Okay, so I'm thinking it would be fun to make, we can make a couple of pockets. Oh, here's a little square right here. We've got two. So let's cut this in half. I think this might be fun. Something I didn't do in the last one, to make two little pockets for the for the center or central signature, and I'm going to just make two little like finger slots here. And this might be too wide though. Let me see. Before I do that, I should have measured, but I can cut each side off. Yeah, we'll have to cut each side off, and we can put some pockets like right here. But I need to cut a little sliver off of each side of this one. And so this side now. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing with my little, not these little slivers, but some long 6-inch slivers in a second. Right after we do these pockets, I'll show you. Okay, so I think I'll put one on either side of the middle of the signature here, like this. That would be cute. Something different. I didn't make little pockets like that before with the little cutout. So it's simple, but it's different than what I did in my other Cracker Jack journals that I made. So, and I like to make each one different, like I said. I think I said that. So a little pocket on either side here. That'll be cute. I've got my rickrack out here too, so I can put some rickrack in here. I want to do all that tonight if possible before sleepy time, before I get sleepy. Okay, so that one's down. Now this one I'm going to cut before I make the little slot, little finger slot. Okay, so let's cut a little piece off the side here, about like that should do it. Let's see now. Is that good? Yeah. I think it's good. It's almost, it's just like barely, I mean the smallest sliver too big. It's like, like, when, you know, I just don't want it to be sticking out the side. So, okay, now our little half circle. Okay, a little glue. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make different pockets in each signature. Like you saw the two I just put in the first and the last signature. Now this one can be different, the middle signature. So I don't have to duplicate the same thing in each, you know, or put the same thing in each signature. Each signature can be different. And I think that's fun, to have different things in each signature. So this will be the one of the different things in the middle signature. So we put a pocket. Here it is. Right here. There's the middle with the top. This is the ties. There are the strings, and there's the other pocket. You just have to be careful when you're doing this that you don't glue your pages together. So I'm trying to like feel it. It's pretty much almost all the way dry already. So we won't glue our pages together. So what I was going to show you, okay, so I had all these, I was cutting the pages. These are all most of these are 6x6 papers. Okay, so I was cutting them. I had to cut a little sliver off of all of these. So that's a lot of paper, right? So I had all of these. Here's some more I haven't done yet. So we can do some together. And I wasn't really going to do I wasn't going to really do this together, but since I just have to grab some baker's twine, we can do something together. But here's one I made. I'll show you right here. It's just these little paper slivers, you know, that you might throw in the trash. And I made a little tassel, and maybe you've seen this before, and I've seen it before. I just hadn't done, I've made tassels, but I haven't made a paper tassel. So, and you can make it more complicated. Just I, you know, want to do it quick and see how it came out. So I just used 2 pieces of baker's twine. So I'm going to grab my baker's twine and show you what I did real quick. And you can make it as thick, or, you know, I would say you'd want it at least this thick. I don't think any thinner than that. You want it a little bit bushy, you know. So let me grab my baker's twine. Have this spool here that I've showed you before that I ordered this when I first started doing junk journals. And now it's like kind of like a decoration over on I have a little desk over there. And I use it more for a decoration, but when I don't have baker's twine out, like the little spools, I don't grab this one, a little bit off of this one real quick. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let me cut a couple of pieces. And let me grab, this one might be a part of the tassel. So I wonder if we can use all of this. Let's try it. Use all of this up. So I kind of just try to get them even because they're pretty much all, like I said, 6-inch cutoffs. So I'm going to get them even as possible. You can always trim it. I trimmed that one. A few little stragglers were sticking down and I trimmed that one. So all I did was take my baker's twine, because you need a little, you know, something to hook it on, like a little, or tie it on. Like this is my tie on this one. This is what I'm going to tie it onto something with, this piece. And then this piece is to hold it around. So that's what I'm doing here. This is going to be my tie where I tie it onto something. So let me see which one. Yeah, so you need to make sure it's long enough so you have enough to tie it. You know, you don't want a little short piece. You want a longer piece here. So then you just tie your knot and try to get it right in the middle. Like say, I'm looking at this right now. You can see how it's kind of lopsided. So let me move it over into the middle. You can measure if you want. You're like that. This is 6 inches, so I want 3 inches on either side, pretty much. Let's get my ruler and actually measure it, just for the sake of measuring. See if I actually have 3 inches here, or see if I actually have 6 inches. Yeah, I pretty much have 6 inches here, and so I want it right on the 3-inch mark, and it pretty much, let's see, I think it needs to go over just a little bit. Okay, I think that is on a 3-inch mark. So then you're just going to tie it tight, and just tie it tight and tie a knot. Go ahead and tie a knot right here. Okay, so this is going to be your up string that you tie it onto something, and then you just fold this in half. Let's see if I'm doing it right. You're all my witnesses. And then, see, this is thicker. This is much more than this, so maybe that was a mistake to make it thicker. Let's try it, though. I want to try it. Okay, so I'm folding it in half. I could always pull some out if I wanted to. Okay, so I folded it in half. I'm going to try to stack it a little bit, you know, instead of having it beside. It was kind of wide, so I'm kind of like pushing it together so it's more stacked instead of wide, so it's a little narrower there, right here. Okay, so fold it down again. Okay, so this piece I wish it was a little tighter, but like I made it narrower, so that's why I've got a little looseness there. So now I'm going to take this, put it here right at the top, and tie it around here. And it is a little bit harder with this much paper. It was much easier with a little bit less paper. So if you try it for the first time, I would say try it with less paper because it's a little bit more difficult here. But I'm going to get it going here, and then I'll pull my paper back because it's kind of, okay, so I'm going to get my paper back, get it back around my paper. Let's do this. And maybe if I got my strings, my up strings there. And I almost need another hand. You know what I mean? I almost need another hand. Hold on. Yeah, I almost need another hand. I'm pretty determined here. You know, when I try something, like I'm doing this, I'm making this work. Okay, so got our string. You know what? I could hold it down with something. That's what I could do. Because this is like getting in my way. I need to hold it down with something heavy. Here we go. All right. See? I told you I was determined. There we go. So I'm holding it down. I'm find a way. I usually find a way. Okay, so you need it down a little bit to make your little top piece here that you are holding together. So you're going to tie a double knot. So pull it as tight as you can. And then your double knot. So I'm going to, before I pull my second knot tight, I want to pull my first knot tight again. See if I can get my finger in there. And then pull this one tight. This second one. Sorry, I know my hands are probably in the way, but I'm holding my knot tight there. My first knot. Okay. All right. Let's see how it looks. All right. See, I think I like the one with a little bit less paper better, but still. There we go. So I could take this apart and do one with less paper. Let's go ahead though. See, I figured I made this long so you can actually have this piece that I tied around here as part of the decoration. So it's hanging down too. It's hanging down a little bit too far for me, for my taste. So I'll just go ahead and see if I want this all even. See, that's what I do with that one. I cut everything, like the twine's too long, so let's cut that off. And then this paper I can cut even. You'll be surprised at how it looks after you cut it even. It looks better. So it already is looking better. See? Isn't it? It looks kind of cute, right? So, you know, if you think that's too much paper, just make one with a little bit less paper and you'll have it like this. And then you can hang a charm on here. Like I have all this string here. I could hang a charm over the end here. You know, a charm or two, one on each side or one charm. Have a charm on here and then hang it on the side of your journal or wherever. Hang it on a paper clip or something, whatever you want to do. So anyway, just a little way to use up some of your little scrap papers there. Your little strips, if you don't want to throw them in the trash. Use them up real quick, make a couple of little tassels, right? So let me put those over there and get back to work on our pockets. So we made these two. We need a couple of up tucks now, or flip ups from the top corners. So let me see what papers I have here. I have this piece as a cut off. This piece is a cut off, and this I cut this piece in half. So those are pieces that I have cut. And I also have this lined paper here as a kind of a scrap that I cut off. So let's. I want to make some little tabs on my flip outs here. I did that last time. I thought that was really nice. So I don't want the video to get too long. We're at 33 right now, so maybe instead of watching me make more flip ups and tucks, let's do a little tab here. So what I did last time was let's pick out some paper. I kind of like this cardstock for that, and I have some of this red here would be pretty, but I have also some of the apples. I think I'm going to pick out one of the apples and make a couple of tucks. I think I have a fold out in the back too. And do I have one in the middle? Yeah, I have one in the middle. So I can actually make, I don't know how many I can make from here, but I can actually make, I need 6 if I want to put one on each one. So I don't know how far one piece of paper will go, but I like to use the more colorful paper, since the flip out pieces are on just this lined paper right here like that, so then I can add a pretty colorful tab on there. So since this is 6 inches, I need to cut it down a little bit. See how they're all just a little sliver too long. So plus I want it inside the paper for my tab. So let me grab my corner punch. Do I have it here? I've been cleaning up, so oh, here it is. I didn't put that away. Thank goodness. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm doing for my little flip outs on these. Let's see. I want my apples upright, and I need to cut a little sliver. I want this to be smaller than my paper, a little bit smaller than my paper. So I need about almost 1/4 of an inch off the bottom here, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 pieces. And it can't be too wide because, you know, I don't want them to stick over too far, but I want them to go over a little bit. Well, I guess they could go over pretty far, couldn't they? Because it's kind of like an extension. Also, it extends the writing room on the back when you fold it out. So I'm going to say, I'm going to try 3 rows of apples here, since I just measured this over to here. See how that does. It might be too wide. We might have to cut a little bit off. But this is what I've been doing. So I've got this piece that I'm going to glue on there. And I'm just rounding the corner, the outside corners. Let's see, I want this right here, this corner. This is a bigger corner and this corner rounder. And see that I'm just making big, kind of like big tabs, and then gluing them down here. So I'll glue that down and just put a little glue on this side. That's probably all I'm going to need. I want a good amount. So, you know, make sure it's going to stay where it is, where I put it. Okay, so I'm just going to put it right. I want it to extend as far as possible, but without getting in the way of the fold. So, press it down nicely so your glue is all down. And then, see, this will be a nice little... I wanted to flip out, but I knew I was going to do this, so that's why. I mean, you could leave it like that. There's no problem. I've done it plenty of times, but I've just been doing this with these little journals. I think it's just a little fun to have that. And you have extra writing room over here on there now, and then a pretty little fold out. So I'm doing that on the fold outs. And so I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you. I'm just doing some... I haven't done any tuck ups, but it's a flip up on the top is all I'm doing. So, I mean, it's the same thing as I did on the bottom of the flip ups, and I'm just going to do that on the top corners too. This one here, if I can find it. Let's see that one we just did. No, I can't find it. This one here. I was going to do some of these on the top too. And then I'll be decorating, and so I might come back and do some more with you, but I'm just going to end this video because I don't want it to get too long. So I'll see you next time. Everybody have a great night and happy crafting.